All right, I'll call to order the meeting then, and then I'll do what I can. So let's
Yeah,
call to order. It's 6:04. Do we need to take a roll call or anything? I don't know.
no, I don't think so.
All right, so Deb, Dan, Ruth, Janice are in attendance. Did anybody have a minute to go through the minutes?
I did. I only printed up.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah,
And
six. What?
do we have to read through them? Like
Nope.
Okay.
As long as if everybody's okay. So it's June 8th, 2020, June 30th, 2020, 10/17/22, and 11/3/22.
Okay.
Do we make a
So do
motion?
we?
We accept it all at once?
Yeah. So I would.
So, sorry. Hard doing this over the phone. Did someone make a motion to approve the minutes?
I make a motion that we approve the minutes of the last 4 meetings.
I second that.
Okay, so then
Favor?
Dan, I.
Dennis, although I wasn't mentioned on one of the meetings, so I don't think I can vote on that one, although it sounded fine.
That's not like a law. That just seems to be common practice
Oh, all right.
because it's
Well,
more the
well put together.
committee as a
That's
whole
fine.
just approving the minutes.
Okay, all right.
I know generally a lot of boards tend to not, but I think in this case, especially if they're the real old ones,
Mhm.
Okay.
let's just get them posted.
All right, Deborah, I think everybody said aye, so. Right?
Yep.
All right, so are we good with those, or do I have to say anything
Yeah.
else? All right, so the historic district got approved.
Yes,
Great.
the district at town meeting, both of them.
You did a great job, Deb.
Oh, thanks. I was so nervous and so.
You didn't sound nervous.
Oh, that's good. I talk in front of people almost every day, but for some reason I think I'm out of my element, you know.
That was a big group.
I think I was anticipating people would show up and push back on it, so I was pleasantly surprised that.
I know that really went well.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think, once people understood that it wasn't about blocking anything new, it was just about, maintaining the overall neighborhood, the way it looks.
Yeah.
I think, somebody.
Yeah. So that was good. Definitely happy about that. So in respect to that, being voted in, what are there next steps to say record that with the state or anything?
Yeah, so I need to follow up with the town clerk so that the district, I believe, I don't think it's a bylaw change. The bylaw changes were just editing the maps, but we have to record the map with the registry of deeds.
Okay.
I'll have to email that lady again. There is going to be some money. It's potentially could be $300, but we can do it by mail. So we have to record the two new maps. I think we have to record the vote, and then I'll work with Ellen. It'll probably be, the state has 3 months to review bylaw changes, so it's going to be probably March before we get approval to update that exclusion, but I'm going to update in all our stuff.
Okay.
And then it's just the bylaw has to get changed. And I will flag all those properties in Viewpoint. I better start doing that.
Okay.
Actually, that's a good point.
So you have to record.
Yeah, so the new map, I think, has to go to the registry of deeds. I think you do it all as one, like our vote and the two maps attached to it. I'll email her.
Okay, with registry Yeah, I imagine there's gonna be a fee. Dan will touch base with Ellen.
I'll deal with
Design
that.
guideline updates will need to be recorded. Did the
Just
design-
not the design. Nothing with the
Yeah.
design gets recorded.
Okay, good.
That's all done.
All right. So is that updated on the website now?
So the design guidelines are updated. The only thing that has to get changed on the website is the reference to the new districts and that exclusion. I'll update it on our page.
Okay.
I'll work on that.
New district and exclusions.
And I don't know if we talked about this. I added a flow chart on the website that hopefully makes sense.
I saw that and I really appreciate it. I think that really simplified the process and I hope that people look at that and agree. So
That was Brendan Chanel's suggestion. So
but it came together nicely and it's very clear. I like it. Let's see. So, right, and then I guess if there's no other, no permits have been pulled, and guess that's pretty much it. I don't know if anybody else has anything else they want to discuss or.
so I think we should pick a meeting date
Okay.
and then
Can we skip December or no?
Sounds good with me.
I think that's fine. I just think we should, just if a project comes through, we'll have to set something
Yeah.
up, but I don't think we're getting much.
I say we skip December unless we need to, review a project, and obviously we would do that right away.
There is a hearing, for the Historic Commission has a big hearing on the 19th, so it probably makes sense to just skip December.
Okay.
19th of
December.
December.
What is the hearing? What is the commission having?
For that historic resource inventory review, all the demo delay stuff.
Oh, okay.
So.
All right. So what were we doing again? The third Tuesday?
The third Monday, which would be
Third.
January 16th.
Martin Luther King. Oh,
Which, yeah.
that's fine. Do you want to do the 16th at 6 p.m. then?
It's fine with me.
And then obviously if something comes up, we'll meet. 16, 6 p.m. Comes up. I can do. Or do you, Dan? So, guess that's it. Hold on. I can't see here. Anybody else have anything they want to discuss or?
I mean, the only other thing I think worth thinking about is, if we want to do more, if we want to look at North Ave or George, and maybe the commission can talk about that too. But just.
We've got to research though those houses first.
Yeah, well, I think they were able to take a bunch of the work that had been done. It's just more of like looking it up and like compiling it. So I think if we I don't remember if they formally did it, but I think we kind of had a subgroup and everybody picked 4 or 5 houses and put everything in a Word doc, and then I just compiled it all. But I think we'd have to figure out what area we want to focus on.
I think everybody said they'd rather North Ave over George Street, correct?
I'd rather what?
North Ave first.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, I think North Ave is the next potential site of some development. So if the intent is to keep things looking of that historic nature, we should focus on that area.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of interest in open land on that street that.
Yep.
But I think George, I don't know how, I haven't dug into it. I don't know how many houses it might be worth just doing it all.
Well, that's what I was thinking, honestly, because I think it's really only George down to where it splits at Neck Hill, and I don't know that you would need to go beyond. If we were to pull that together, do you think it's feasible to do that prior to the meeting in May?
No, I think, let me think.
I think there's quite a bit of research that's gonna be done.
Okay,
We have to have a completed report at a minimum of 60 days prior to the town meeting, probably more like 90 days. So that's like, we'd have to be done with everything by February.
yeah, that's not possible. Okay,
So it might be worth
And
targeting.
it's probably not a good idea to do it just because it looks like we're
Yeah.
taking over the town.
mhm,
I mean, it might honestly be better to wait till a year from now in May.
yeah,
Probably would be better on an annual town meeting in general.
I mean, although that November town meeting was kind of great.
Hmm?
Might look like that.
There
Right.
wasn't as many, there wasn't that much drama, which I thought was nice.
Although, it's not town-wide, it's specific to those properties, so it really doesn't matter, it's different than a bylaw that affects the whole town that you would want in the annual.
Yeah,
So I suppose there's less of an argument but maybe we'll
Mhm.
see how things go.
okay.
I do think Washington Street will potentially have North Ave will have some opposition.
I think it's gonna have a lot of opposition. I'm just saying that just because I know enough people over there. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a real.
Because of some.
You know, a lot of people that are against it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, yeah, like all the a lot of the originals,
It's going to directly affect a lot of people
Well,
that
yeah, but
were against it.
there certainly a few that would be all for it, yes, but I feel like I just have a feeling it's going to have a lot more pushback than this Washington Street. That's all.
but a lot of those older houses up there have people that might welcome it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure the older houses are going to be the problem. We have to make a list and see what the mix is, if it's comparable.
How does your house stand?
What's that?
How does your house stand, like where it was rebuilt?
It's on the footprint.
Okay.
Yep.
So it can be classified?
We have an old well that's left. We saved as much of the granite and stone as we could and tried to incorporate it, but I mean, it was a complete loss, so
Yeah.
there's not much that was salvaged.
But the fact that you built it, on the same footprint and
Yeah.
pretty much kept the same.
Yeah, we were able to try and, I mean, Kevin has a photographic memory like that, so he was able to kind of put it back together the way it was to an extent, but there was stuff that had to change because with new construction, it wouldn't have been code.
Right.
Like stair heights, so some ceiling heights were raised and all that, but
So how would it fall when it comes to historic?
I don't know.
It's a district.
I mean, I don't care if it's in the you know what I mean? I wouldn't care if it was in the historic district. I would love that.
Yeah.
But I just feel like, I mean, I'm just picturing, my family down the other end of the street pushing back on it. And I can see, I don't think Lonnie would be happy with that, but although you never know. And
Well, all of them, because that's all new construction.
that's what I'm thinking.
Because of how it was done, it's all
The newer-
technically has frontage on North Ave. So,
Yeah.
but I do think we got to be really careful. We do not want to open up the door to piecemeal on North Ave because you're going to have 37 requests. It'll be a
Well,
pointless
it'll be
district.
one big piece of Swiss
No.
cheese.
Unless I don't know. We got to plot it on a map.
Yeah.
I wish we had better resources without having to send stuff off and wait weeks for CMRPC to just say, hey, give us a map put the age of each property on the map here for us
Yeah.
without tons of
I
work.
mean, I'm happy to sit down with whoever and do research. And if you know, Ruth, if you,
Yeah, well, we've been doing some research. I think we were just starting North Ave on the old houses for the book.
Mm.
yeah,
Um,
I would love to. I love doing that. So
That'd be great.
I can help with that.
We've got some of those deeds have already been researched.
Yes, they have.
Yeah, almost every historic home had over there should have a deed search. All they did was like look up the Macris entry and just copy it over. And then I think a couple of them we had to proofread because they were like had mistakes in them.
Well, some of them, like when we had done the deed research on my house, it had said it was built in 1880, but when we were first initially going in there, I knew you could tell by the way it was constructed that it was earlier. So then we did more research, and it was just that there was like typos and
Yeah,
it was misrecorded, and then we had traced it back to 1852. But
because we had come down here to the town hall and looked at tax records and things, Washington Street and some of those. So
Yeah.
it wasn't just Macris. It's
And now that I'm thinking, there was a mistake that I think we needed to correct, and I don't know what it was now.
oh, I'm Washington.
No, one of the Macris things is wrong. We got to find out how to update those with the state.
Oh, okay.
I have to go look through my emails now.
But some of our stuff, I mean, we went by Macris, but we also
Right.
did our own research too. So
All right, we skipped 30.
yeah, that would be good to have you work on it, Deb.
Yeah.
You know who else is up there that would do work for us is the Aram, the baby in there at the next to the library. I can't think of his address. He's 26 in that house to the right of the new library. He's super into all the history up
One
there.
of the with the stone, the stucco, their house.
Yeah, he might be one to tap into to do some work. Although he's a little bit of a wild cannon, but I think if you can give him some direction, he'll do it.
Yeah.
All right,
I don't know.
31.
Patrice has done a lot
Yeah.
of the deed
Six Bates.
searches. Has done a lot of deed researches on houses in Mendon.
Who has?
Patrice.
Patrice.
Oh, Patrice has. Yes.
Mhm.
All right, the district is all set in Viewpoint.
Okay.
The new stuff, so that's done.
Okay. That's
We
awesome.
probably won't get back to North Avenue until after the holidays.
Yeah, I think we'll definitely reconvene after that.
Yeah.
Holidays. I know my next month is just jam-packed. I have zero.
Well, it's the same thing with us at the Historical Museum too. I mean, we were working on that, but there's quite a bit coming up now
Yeah,
for the holidays, so.
all the events and whatnot.
Right.
But yeah, let's begin to touch base if we get a project, and then we'll do the January. What do we say?
January.
16th.
And if I don't see any of you prior to the holidays, have a good Thanksgiving and Christmas or
You
Hanukkah.
also.
Yeah.
You also?
Yes.
So do you want to close out the meeting? You guys fine with that?
Yeah.
I mean, I have
Yep.
I have to start driving, so I'm gonna leave. But if you guys want to stay longer, you can. Or you guys, as long
Motion
as you're
to-
with that.
I make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.